Now I request Dr. T. Motilal, Professor and Head of the Department, to give the welcome address.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to all. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to welcome eminent speaker, Mr. Shabarinath Premlal, founder, CEO, Respro Labs, and a warm welcome to all the participants for this webinar on the topic Machine Learning in Engineering. This topic has attracted many participants. Now it's a privilege to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Shabarinath Premlal. He is an embedded engineering graduate, having a decade of experience in embedded hardware board design, experience in diversified technology, got work experience as technical consultant at IT-based industries like TCL, FLSmith, etc. Certified in parallel programming and optimization of Intel architecture for Intel Xeon processor. Certified in ARM accredited engineering for ARM Cortex-A and R processor. Experienced solution architect on IoT platform, AR, VR, and blockchain. He has participated and won in Intel IoT Roadshow, winner in FTF 2014 Freescale, Robert Bosch Hackathon, ARM SoC Design, Smart City Hackathon, etc. Published books on signals and systems and embedded system with IoT under Shah's publication. He has organized more than 130 plus workshops, faculty development program in different colleges and industries, and also presented more than 160 plus lecturers in different colleges. He is the founder of Respro Labs, Edichrome Educational Trust, Shah's Publication, and CIAET. Now I like to give the gentle instruction to all the participants. I request all the participants to mute your Zoom mic, turn off the video, and please post your queries in the QA section relevant to the today topic. We'll provide the feedback link to your registered mail ID to all the participants. Please give the feedback after the session. E-certificate will be posted through a registered email ID. Participants are requested to attend the complete session. So thanks in advance for your cooperation. Now I invite Mr. Shabarinath Premlal to take over the session. Please, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you for your valuable. And I would like to thank KCG and the management and Dr. Motilal. Okay, so I'll be kickstarting my session now. Okay, before proceeding this, I just share a screen. Okay, before giving some explanation, I just give some valid real-time demo now. Okay, next 5 minutes it will be a demo. After you start seeing the demo, I'll be explaining the concepts clearly and the required skill set, everything I will be explaining clearly. So initially I'll give some demo. Okay. Yeah. So I think you can able to see a screen. Okay. So here the topic is machine learning. What is machine learning? Okay. If I'm saying about the machine learning, okay, for that case, if a machine learns by itself based on the data, okay, no need to program anything. If a machine learns by itself and it will act accordingly. Okay. So here, we the humans are all the best machines. Okay. So we are learning something. Okay, from day 1 to till today. Okay, and based on that, we'll be act for tomorrow's. Okay, tomorrow will be the test data. Today will be the training data. Yesterday is nothing but the predefined data sets. So something like that. Here I'm having a class 1, class 2, class 3. Okay, I'm not having any machines right now in my home. Okay, I'm having vegetables and fruits. So I'll be connecting to the real data and I'll be training those model. Okay, and I will be showing what it is. Okay, here for this class 1, I'm replacing with the Mango. Now I'm going to take using my webcam. So here if I'm taking, so I will be the visible. Okay, so I'm taking a data set. This is the image. Okay, I'm taking some samples of the pig. So I took around 100 images. I took around 100 images. Now I'm going to add one more class. The class is nothing but potato. Okay, so I'll be taking the sample images. So this is nothing but a, okay. So I'll be adding around 5 classes. Only I'll be specifying how this model will work. Radish. So I took around 100 images again. So I'm adding one more class. Onion. So I took 100 images, and finally I'm going to take brinjal. So if it is connecting with the machinery, this is a machine data. If I'm connecting with some other thing, that will be the corresponding domain. Okay. Because I'm not having any nut and screws and gears with me. Yeah, I took some samples data. So now what I'm going to do, it means I'm going to train everything. So here you can able to visualize the flow. So these are the data. Okay, these are the potatoes data set. This is radish data set. So these things are all trained to a particular model. So it will take time, a maximum of 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, we have to wait for 1 to 2 minutes. Based on the internet connectivity, yeah, it's a training process is initiated. Yeah, here I'm having a multiple labels. Okay, for all the data set, I created a label. Okay, based on that label, it will predict what is the data that I given. Okay, so if I'm taking, now it shows it's a radish. Practically this is an error. Okay, if I'm showing this one, it predicts brinjal. It predicts brinjal. Okay, so again, if I'm taking this one, yeah, it predicts potato. Actually, it's not potato. Okay, if I'm taking potato, now it predicts it's nothing but potato. And if I'm showing mango, okay, it shows mango. And if I'm showing multiple onions, it predicts it's onion. If I'm showing multiple radish, it predicts radish. So again, to predict radish, it's in some flaws. Okay, it has some errors, because in this data set you can able to see I'm not connected with the entire data set. So even I connected with the data set like this also. Here you can able to see it. The mouse pointer, that what I'm showing. Here you can able to see it. Even if my face is recognized clearly, okay, that itself says this is nothing but a radish. This falls under radish. So everywhere I shown the data sets clearly, but here I shown my face clearly. Okay, even so this what, okay, this what, so I gave the data and I trained this model gives the accuracy of how to predict this data. Okay, here no need to write any program. You just import the data. It will train the machine, and the machine gives the output, and it falls under the classification. Even I'll share this link also. If you want to connect with the image, you can able to connect. If you want to connect with the audio or speech processing, you can able to connect. Okay. If you are focusing on the field like automobile industry, yeah, it's possible. If you are focusing on healthcare, yeah, it's possible. It's a generic one. Okay, machine learning will be applicable in all the industries, all the domains. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, how the machine learning is important today. Okay, so even once the industry 4.0 came into the market. Okay, so we started to see the concept called IoT. So we started to explore the concept called a distributed network. Okay, once the distributed network came into the market, okay, after a certain duration, okay, so this distributed market and network is slowly migrating towards the distributed intelligence. Okay, slowly migrating towards distributed intelligence. Previously, once we are having a sensor or the gear system, okay, or actuators, okay, we'll be focusing on distributed network. So it will collect all the data and connect to a centralized hub that will be having a gateway. That gateway will go and connect to something else. So this is how we see it. Okay, whereas here each and every sensor should have a capability of mathematical capability. So mathematical computation should have in the sensor itself and connecting to the wireless medium such way that itself will have that gateway connectivity. So everything is connecting towards the wireless sensors. So that's what the hardware scope inside the machine learning. Okay, what are the machines that we are focusing? Even we are connecting to the multiple manufacturing spaces. Okay, so we will be monitoring the health of each machineries in the manufacturing plant. Okay, so generally if I'm connecting noise of a particular machine, okay, by default in industry we can able to accept 80 to 90 decibels of the noise. But whereas if it is exceeds, what the remedy that we need to take. So these things are all falls under the health category of the particular machine. So these things are all we need to focus. Okay, most of the automobile industry, most of the machinery, most of the manufacturing spaces, the noises is the huge problem. But whereas you can't control it. Okay, even though if you are having acoustic enclosure, everything, okay, there will be a huge problem in it. So to focus in this, okay, so once we are having the data, okay, to get the data we need to have a distributed intelligence network. Okay, whereas once we got the data, we'll monitor, we'll analyze what are all the possibilities for these noises and how we can able to recover it. So that's what the machine learning helps. Okay, okay, I'll be coming into the session again. Okay, so here you can able to see the expert model. Okay, if I'm clicking this, if you are using JavaScript, okay, you can able to get the code just like that. You can able to get the code just like that. So it's up to you to decide. You just copy the code and connect to your web page or for your product. So this will be the easiest one. Okay, you can able to get all the things for free of cost. Okay, these things are all free. Okay, so get the project from, via the GitHub you can able to get it. So how to connect with the model? Okay, this will work for your data set. This will work for your data set. Okay, you can incorporate into your project itself directly. Okay, actually this is not an advisable way, but for the initial stage of your project, you can utilize these things. Okay, now I'll be sharing another screen. Okay, I'm just going to quit this screen, quit this demo. I'll be showing another screen such a way that I'll be explaining more on ML. Okay, and more on the neural networks and how it will be useful and what are the scope for this thing. So that's what I'm going to explain. If you're having any doubts in this model, I'll be explaining you and I'll be sharing this link to you. Yeah, share. Yeah. Yeah, you can post your questions. Okay, such that I can able to say the answer. Okay. So I think I'll move to the next way of session. So I'll be sharing one more screen. Okay. So what are the say I just shared the link. Okay. Okay. So in this machine learning, okay, what are the sessions that I am taking? Everything I am taking under the Intel platform. Everything I am taking under the Intel platform. Okay. Here I'm just showing the what is machine learning it is. Okay. I'll be sharing this presentation to you also. Okay. So machine learning allows the computers to learn and infer from the data. Okay. Generally, the machine are all nothing but a normal mathematical computation brain. Normal mathematical computation brain, which will get the data, and based on the data, it will act accordingly. Okay, let's assume we the humans, okay, we the humans are the best machines. While compared to the machines and us, okay, if I'm saying about the previous machine, it will be a only mechanical process. Today, the machine will have the processing or controlling capability. I mean, the microprocessor and microcontroller capability in it. Okay, without the microprocessor, okay, or controller, we don't have any machines. So we'll be having those connectivity. Okay, so in this case, okay, we the humans are having the brain are all nothing but a processor or controller. Brain are all nothing but a processor or controller. Okay, we can say like anything. Okay, so brain is having some memory capability also. Okay, assume your age is 40. Okay, still you can be able to remember at least one incident what happened at the age of 10 also. Okay, that's nothing but which reflects around, it can have around 30 years of data. It can store up to 30 years of data. It will have a amazing memory unit also. Okay, and also it has the mathematical capability. All the humans are all knows the mathematics clearly. Okay, even if you are not went to the school, even if you are not went to the college, okay, you are very good in trigonometry. Even I can able to prove that also. Okay, so all the mathematical capability should have inside the processor. Okay, the processor should have some heat sink capability. For humans, we'll be having a hair, the digestive system, and the sleeping. Everything is connecting as a heat sink. Okay, so these things are on heat sink. Okay, so using which algorithm model is trained, which difference morning and big data. I'll explain. Okay. So now I'm just explaining ML and I'm connecting with the AI. Okay. So these are the capability that we are having. Okay. So we are having cameras. That's nothing but eye, that dual camera, and nose is a smell sensor, air inflow, outflow. Assume if we are not sleeping continuously for 40 hours, our processor may get heat up. This may reflect to headache or something else. Again, similarly, the ears, the mouth, the speaker, and the crushing unit. Okay, the hand, which can able to rotate around 360 degree. Okay, at the shoulder point. Okay, so this is nothing but a 360 degree servo motor, and our shoulder can handle 10 kgs. Our knee can handle around 5 kgs. So if I'm saying about the servo motor, I'll be saying with the degree and the torque. I mean the mass that it can handle. Okay, so my shoulder can handle 10 kgs with the 360 degree. So this is nothing but a servo motors. Okay, so all these things are all I'm connecting together. We are all the machines. Okay, once we started to learn how to ride a bicycle, at the initial stage we need to focus on pedal, and we need to focus on the handbar, and we need to focus on the brake, and we need to focus on the balancing for hip rotation. Everything we are focusing at the initial stage. So that's nothing but a process of learning. So our machine starts learning something. Okay, so this is nothing but a process of learning. Once it's learned after a certain days, okay, once it is processed, okay, so this will be a model of that particular data set. So after 1 week, okay, you can write cycle like anything. Okay, now if I'm asking you, can you able to write? Yeah, you can able to write. You can able to take the decision clearly. So at the initial stage, it was a machine learning. So data training to a particular model is nothing but the fundamentals of the data training to a particular model is nothing but a machine learning. Once you got trained, you'll be taking different decisions. So that's nothing but a artificial intelligence. That's nothing but a artificial intelligence. But if you are riding the cycle, but in a different scenario means let's assume in a rainy season, okay, in a mud, okay, in a sand, okay, you know how to ride the cycle, you know how to take the decision, but that environment you have never met the data in a different pattern. So that's nothing but a deep learning, where though you are in a different space, so you have to accept, you have to adapt yourself such a way that you have to do those process also. So that's nothing but a deep learning. So practically we can able to say ML is a subset of DL, DL is a subset of AI. Okay. So if this is the case, okay, so you can able to concentrate more on what algorithm that I can able to utilize it. Okay. In if you are focusing on stats model or something else, you can have n number of algorithm. Okay, that's not a big deal, but what the algorithm which is required for your data set. So that's the challenge. Okay, once you started to see the data sets, then you can able to decide which algorithm, or if you are having a mathematical calculation for best result. Okay, so that's nothing but your own algorithm. Okay, you can use the previous algorithm, or you can use the best algorithm. I mean, if I'm asking you, most of the people are all faculty and students, I assume. Okay, so if I ask you around for a particular student, he took around 10 tests. Okay, what might be his 11th test mark? Okay, you can able to predict. Yeah, this Ashok will take around 75 marks. Okay, you can able to predict how you predicted, how you computed. So this mathematical model, you are connecting to his behavioral pattern, you are connecting to his logical pattern, you are connecting to his learning skill. So everything you are connecting. So this is your own algorithm based on the data that he provided for past 10 tests. Okay, so you will be connecting these things. So such a way that you are creating a new algorithm method. Okay, so so in this case, if you are connecting with the huge data, I can able to say this is nothing but a DL. If you are connecting not with the huge data, with decent data, so that's nothing but a ML. Okay, so even you can able to connect with the huge data with the ML also, but whereas if I'm connecting with the huge data, this will reflect to a big data analysis. So I think Vinod Kumar, you got it. Okay, sir, please explain the concept of data set balancing. Yeah, I'll explain. Okay, morning and big data. Okay, ML and big data. Okay, so the concept of data set balance. Okay, what are the, how many data set it can able to train? Okay, how you return the algorithm for maximum data sets can able to occupy in this model. Okay, for if you are creating a model, you'll be having a certain data sets. Okay, how we are balancing it. Okay, that will be I'm showing now. Okay, if I'm saying about the machine learning, okay, machine learning of two types. Okay, so one is with supervised and another one is unsupervised. If I'm connecting with the supervised, okay, you can able to say the data points have unknown outcome. Okay, this is an unknown outcome. Okay, let's assume if you are getting a mark, okay, if you are getting some marks, whether you can able to get the seat at an university. Okay, by seeing the mark, you can able to say, okay, for this cutoff you won't get, for this cutoff you will get. Okay, so you can able to channelize it. This is nothing but a supervised one. Whereas if I'm having around 1 lakh peoples of data, practically you can't sit and say that you can join, you can't join for 1 lakh people. Practically you need to create a model such a way that this model has to predict whether this is possible or not. So this is nothing but the supervised learning. Okay, so in this we can able to connect with the linear and non-linear also. Okay, if it is highly predictable, yes, it's a linear way. If it is a binary space, so that we can able to say it's nothing but a non-linear. Okay, so the binary algorithm or the binary regressions, so all these stuffs are non-linear. Whereas in unsupervised learning, okay, you are getting something, but you don't know whether this will fall or not. Okay, here only we can able to see the channel. By manual, okay, if we are focusing the data set, we can't able to predict the outcome. So those things are all categorized under the unsupervised manner. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so then the types of supervised, the regression and classification. Okay, outcome is continuous for regression. Yeah, outcome is continuous one. Classification, outcome is category. Okay, so far someone asked me which algorithm you use. Okay, we used the normal classification, K-means algorithm. Okay, so in this classification we found some outcome. In demo which I gave, I shown onion, okay, I shown brinjal, I shown mango. These things are all classified and these things are all categorized. Okay, so here still you can able to categorize like anything. Okay, again here it's hard to predict the outcome practically in classification. So in this case, if you are focusing more on how we are going to group it, so that's a challenge you can able to focus it. Okay. Here you might have seen the target. The target means the predicted category or value of the data. Okay, the target, what you are going to do it. Okay, the feature, the property of the data used for prediction. Okay, all the data sets are if it is an image processing, the images. If it is not for image processing, if it is for machinery something, so the raw data. So these things are all the features, the target, which what the outcome might be. Okay, for that outcome we'll be having some labeling methodologies. Okay, and for that labeling methodology we should have some sample data. Okay, so that's nothing but a sample data is nothing but an example. Okay, so the label or the target value of a single data point. Okay, the labeling. Okay, the target is nothing but I'm going to use the camera, I'll be showing something and it will show the outcome. So that's what we see. But whereas under which category it will fall, so that's nothing but a labeling. Feature is nothing but the data sets. Okay, so again, so that's what the same thing I'm repeating. The response, outcome, labels, yeah, features, example, yeah, these things are all falls under this category. Okay, so this is the slide which will be helpful for most of the person. Okay, so I'll be showing this. Okay, so here how the model works. Here how the model works. Okay, we are having a data. Previously I made this is nothing but potato. Okay, I made this is nothing but potato and I added the value of potatoes data set. So the data with answers I added. Then I'm connecting to a model. Based on the data set, what are the things that I'm having? I'm connecting to a model. Okay, the model might be your algorithm. Okay, the model is the initial mathematical equation, initial mathematical balancing equation or initial mathematical fit equation. Okay, I'm connecting with the data. Now I'm creating after fit. I'm having an amazing way. That's nothing but a model. So once it is trained, I'm having a methodology called model. Okay, that's what once after the train is happened, okay, the model is initiated. Now I'm connecting the test data to the model. Once I started to show mango, connecting to the model, it will predict the answer. This is nothing but a mango. This is nothing but a brinjal. So this how this things is predicted. So the same methodologies. If you are understanding, if you are capable to understand this slide, I'm sure that you can able to understand everything. Okay. So the same methodology will be incorporated into this model. So that's what I'm trying to say. So whatever if it is a supervised or non-supervised, it can be anything. Okay. So but the methodology is same. You should have the data and connecting with the mathematical equation or connecting with your algorithm, then it fits and connecting to your new model. If you are having a test data corresponding with the model, okay, you can able to predict it. So whatever you are learning, you will be connecting like this only. You will be connecting like this only. So whatever in regression, I'll be connecting. In categorical, I'll be connecting the same methodology. If you are able to understand this concept, you can able to connect like anything. So this model is nothing but a mathematical equation. This model is nothing but the combination of previous data and the mathematical algorithm that you processed. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. What is this? What is that? Okay. So now I think you got some idea about what is ML it is. What is ML it is? Now I'll be connecting with something about the DL. Okay. Before connecting to the DL, I have to connect with the neural networks. Okay. I have to connect it with the neural networks. I'm not taking everything in depth. So I'll be for 1 hour I can able to give a raw idea about what the ML it is, what's the DL it is, how we can able to focus these things. Okay. So here you can able to see some rounds, some circles, and connecting some arrows. Okay, so these things are all input, these things are all outcome. Okay, let's assume if I'm giving my hands to Motilal. Okay, so practically his image recognize my hand, his camera recognize my hand. Okay, and then he start rotating his servo motor. Okay, you can able to see, okay, the input is nothing but a camera. You can able to see the input is nothing but a camera. I mean the eye, input is nothing but eye. The output is nothing but rotating his hand and knee movements. Rotating his hand movement, and he start giving handshake to me. But in between what happened? Once he recognized, he thinks that whether he knows me or not. If he knows me, yeah, he is ready to give his hand. Okay. And also, if I'm seeing as a dirt, so he won't give his hand. Okay. Whether he is clean or dirt. Okay. These logical processing are all happening at the back end. So these things are all hidden layer, the logical processing, and it identifies where the hand is. So then our hand rotate. Our brain decides how many degree this hand should rotate, whether it should rotate for 60 degree or 70 degree or 80 degree. Okay, it rotates, and the rotation rotates, and the mathematical calculation how many degree. So these things are all here. After this, it rotates. The output you can able to visualize. In between these orange color are all nothing but a hidden layers. Orange color are all nothing but a hidden layers. How many neuron it hit? Practically we don't know. It might be took around found some millions of neurons to rotate his hand to give to me. Okay, so to give a handshake. Okay, so the input we can able to say and output we can able to see. So in different scenario based on this hidden layer will train themselves, and it will create a new neuron methodologies. So these things are all connecting is nothing but a DL mechanism. These things are all connecting is nothing but a DL mechanism. So we will be having a input, we will be having a output, but in between we are having n number of hidden layer. Practically we can say how many hidden layer it is. Okay. So if you are focusing some algorithm, that itself will have a n number of hidden layers. If I'm having a huge data set, I mean for big data, okay, practically we will be having n number of hidden layers. Okay. So these things are all incorporated into the machineries. Even if I'm riding my car, okay. So actually, the thing has happened around before Corona. I went to Tirunelveli. While I'm riding, I started to see in my screen that something is vulnerable in your car. Okay, so you can kickstart it. I mean, you can start it. Even if you are starting, it won't go beyond 10 kilometers. This happened in a Tata car. Okay, so it's shown something is wrong. Okay, so but I don't know where it is. So now I got the output. So it's not I'm connecting as an ML. So if I'm having in futuristic, it will be in ML. So now I went under the car and I identified and I connected it and it started. For this connection, it took more than 30 minutes for me to identify what it is. Okay. So these things are all hidden layer. It's hard to predict it. So that's the challenge that we are having. So that's the neural network structure. Okay. Something somewhere is happened, but it's shown as an output. Yeah, this is a problem. So this is how the automotive sector will connect and it will work. Okay. Here I'm just showing I'm just taking a particular neuron. So here multiple neurons are there. I'm taking a particular neuron. Let's assume this one. Okay. I'm taking a particular neuron. If I'm taking a particular neuron, okay, I can able to connect n number of input for that particular neuron might be. So here you can able to see if I'm focusing here, if I'm having 3 input here, it will be a 3-day input data. Even this can be fed to this. Okay, so I can say n number of input and it will come one output. Okay, for how many things I'm going to give this one output, for how many neurons I'm going to connect. I mean, so this output might be the input for some other neurons. Okay, for how many neurons I'm going to connect. So practically this will give only one output. Okay, so that's what I'm showcasing here. Okay, n number of input and we'll be having the particular function methodologies and we'll be having the output weight. So that's what I'll be showcasing here. So input are all highlighted. The data from previous layer. Yes, the data from the previous layer. Okay, activation function. Some form of computation transforms the inputs. Okay, what is the function? Whether if you are using a Fourier series or Laplace transform or Bayesian formula, what are the formulas that you are requires? So that formula, that mathematical computation will be happen here. Okay, once this is processed, I can say the neuron outputs the transformed data. It will transfer the outputs. Okay, input layer. I mean that hidden function. And it gives the output. Combination of this multiple neuron, I can able to say this is nothing but a hidden layer. Yeah, here x1, x2, x3 is nothing but a input data. Okay, it comes via the weightage called W1, W2, W3. So practically I can able to say x1 plus W1 plus x2 plus W2 plus x3 plus W3. Sorry, x1 W1 plus x2 W2 plus x3 W3. Sorry. Okay, so this will be fed to this particular function. Yeah, even I'm connecting with some error also, some constant. So practically I can able to say, okay, so the input is nothing but a x1 W1 plus x2 W2 plus x3 W3 plus B. So you can able to see here. So Z equal to x1 W1, x2 W2, x3 W3 plus B. Okay, these are all nothing but an input. In connecting to this function, after this, we will be having a output is nothing but a f of z. F of z is nothing but a function of z after this particular neuron. Okay, here I'm connecting z equal to net input. Okay, yeah, z is nothing but input. Okay, here if I'm having n number of input, if it is a 3 number of input, x1 to x3. If it is n, x1 to xn and w1 to wn. So practically I can say I starts from 1 to m and xi wi. Okay, this is nothing but input and the bias stamp b. Okay, so this is nothing but a constant. F is the activation function and a is the output to the next layer. That's nothing but a f of z. This is how a particular neuron gets calculated. So here I shown with the multiple input. I just added it, but in some other thing it requires the convolution methodology also. Okay, it's based on the process that we are focusing. Okay, so I think you got some idea about what is neuron, how it can be utilized. Okay, what is now I'll be seeing activation function happens in hidden layer. No. Activation function happens in a particular neuron. The combination of multiple neuron is nothing but a hidden layer. Okay, the combination of multiple neuron is nothing but a hidden layer. Okay. Can you send the link for the machine learning platform developed by the research? Yeah, you can Google search it. Okay. How long the session will take? Yeah, another 30 minutes. Okay. Can we get it from Google? Teachable machine. Yeah, you can able to get it from Google. So I think. So can you send the link for machine learning platform developed by? Yeah, you can Google search it. Okay. So here I'm having these things are all hidden layers. These orange are all hidden layer. In this, I'm taking a one neuron sample. So that's what I explained it. If one neuron sample acts like this, means you can able to connect multiple neuron samples. Okay. So you can able to identify how this hidden layer will work. Here you can able to connect the Fourier series. Here you can able to connect the Fourier transform. Here you can able to connect with some other transformation methodologies, some correlation. Combination of these things will connect with some other correlation methodology and it will give the output. So these things, again, it's based on your requirement, based on your project, based on your algorithm. Okay, so I can't say this works with the Fourier series only. This will works with everything. This works with everything. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I think did you got what is ML and DL, so that I can able to move to the next slide. So now I'll be sharing one more link. Okay, how we are focusing the MLDL mechanism. I mean MLDL mechanism is the data. If I'm start focusing, I'll be sharing one more screen to you. Okay, so I think you can able to visualize this one. Okay, so what is ML? I mean, in future there will be only two technologies. One is AR/VR, another one is I can clearly say that it's nothing but a blockchain. Okay, all the sectors, automotive, healthcare, food industry, everything will fall under this technology only. Okay, fall under this technology only. So that's what I'm focusing on. How this future scope in ML, DL, and BCA, AR/VR. BC means blockchain, AR/VR means augmented reality and virtual reality. So I'm not taking on industry 4.0. Okay. Okay. So that's what I just explained to you now. What is ML and what is DL? Here, this is not a DL is a subset of ML. Okay. It shows when the DL is introduced into the market. Okay. So even if you are using a Ola or Uber, you may see that this is a normal app. Actually, this is not a normal app. Okay, this is another form of an IoT with ML. Okay, so if I'm connecting a Ola or Uber, it connects the geolocation of each and every individual driver's location. Okay, and it connects to the server. If I'm taking my mobile, it identifies my circle of around 5 kilometers. It shows a number of hatchback will be there or something else via the icon and where it is. Okay. The next moment, if I'm start booking the particular driver, okay, if a driver allocated for me, okay, these things are all processed with the internet. This purely an IoT. If the driver is allocated to me, the next moment it shows the driver will reach you in 7 minutes. It predicts. Okay. It predicts how at what time the driver will reach your space. Okay, in 7 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes. So the predictive analysis incorporated into the app. Okay, so this we started to use on daily basis. Okay, so even if you are riding somewhere, if you are connecting with the Google Map, it predicts it will reach around 51 minutes. Okay, these things are all predictive analysis based on that time data. Suddenly a traffic is happened. Again, it predicts another 10 minutes it will take extra. Okay, so if you want to bypass some toll, okay, it will show the path and it will predict another 7 minutes for you to ride. Okay, so everywhere the predictive analysis is happened. Okay, so for huge amount of data, we can able to say these things are all comes under the DL mechanism. These things are all comes under DL mechanism. Ola and Uber taking the data of a particular geolocation and connecting. So they'll be using IoT. So based on the data, okay, it is fed into the API of Google Map. The Google Map predicts how it will be processed. Okay, so in a particular application, in a Ola application, the Google Map is incorporated such a way that we can able to focus. This is nothing but a Ola. Ola is just taking the data. They will be sharing some funds. I mean, connecting via the subscription. Okay, such a way that they'll be connecting to that Ola, Uber, the normal person and drivers, connecting everything. Okay, and connecting to the Google Map. Okay, so Ola is paying something to the Google Map also. Okay, for the Google Map API. So this how these things are all incorporated. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Once the deep learning is evolved, all the Ola, Uber, Swiggy, everything came into the market. Previously, it's not like that. That too, the mobile phones are after the mobile phones are introduced. Here, I'm just showcasing some frameworks. Okay, I took a screenshot from NVIDIA and also the Intel. Okay, so these frameworks will be helpful for you to connect with how these things, how we can able to connect, or which way you can able to connect your thought process such a way that you can able to connect with a proper framework. Okay, so NVIDIA is showcasing what are the frameworks that they are using, what are all the SDKs that they are providing. Everything is provided from the NVIDIA and also from the Intel. So even I will showcasing some more link also. Okay, that link might be helpful for you to learn. Okay, so and if I'm focusing the data, I'll be separating the data in a two form. One is how to access the data, how to process the data. Another way, how to store the data, how to evolve the data. So OpenStack is nothing but a cloud service providing platform. Okay, this is for a distributed network. Each here you can able to connect each and every PC. Connecting together is not cloud. Okay, so that's what they are focusing in a distributed way. Okay, so if I'm focusing how to create an cloud infrastructure such a way that I can able to handle multiple data, the Kubernetes, Cloud Foundry, Terraform. So all these things. So these things are all showcased. These things are all showcased in a website called openstacks.org. If you are focusing these, I mean, even if you are working with the you might have worked with the Tamil Rockers via the new torrents. So new torrents, we can able to see the file, but can you able to point the file where it is? Practically, it's not. Okay. So this is the power of distributed network, and that too, the Bitcoin, everything, the blockchain, everything came into the distributed network such a way that it's hard to identify, but it's more secured one. Okay, so that's what the OpenStack, they will be having around 63 projects. In this project, how we can able to store the data, how we can able to align the data such a way that this will be useful for the storage purpose. So if I'm start saying about the data, okay, so I will be having two visionaries. One is how to store, one is how to analyze. The analysis part of the ML, even the storage part also focus on ML. How we can able to store, what the methodology that we need to focus. So these things you can able to focus on OpenStacks. Okay, these things are all architecture of this. If you are opening that particular web page, you can able to get all these informations. So here I'm showcasing what are the framework is most of the industries using. So this I took around few days back. Okay, the TensorFlow and Keras. Okay, previously it was TensorFlow. The Google started Keras, TensorFlow. After that, Google acquired Keras. Now TensorFlow 2.0 is nothing but a combination of TensorFlow and Keras. So that's what. Now, if you are focusing on TensorFlow 2.0, connecting with your, if you are a civil engineer, if you are a mechanical automobile, connecting to the data logic, you can able to visualize it. So this sort, I can able to balance the data sets here. Okay. So I can able to use the frameworks over here. Okay. So previously it was a relevant skill set for 2020 and 2015, whereas in 2025, the skill set is entirely different. So we need to focus on DOT. DOT means DNA of things. If you are searching DNA of things, okay, you can able to get an amazing information. Such a way that these things are all the basic information that these things. I mean, today you may see ML and DL is a big topic, but whereas in 2025 these things are all fundamentals. In 2025 these things are all fundamental. If you are focusing more on that, I'm sure that you are the you are the luckiest person. Okay, so here this is a screenshot that I took from an app called Applied Singularity. I just took the screenshot. Okay, this is not a job portal app. Okay, the app name is called Applied Singularity. This is a knowledge portal space. Okay, here you can able to see ML, DL, NLP, ML, DL, ML, NLP, TensorFlow, Keras. Okay, so I'm not showcasing everywhere it's a ML, DL. So around 80% of industry is focusing on ML, DL methodologies. NLP, ML, DL, TensorFlow, Keras, Caffe, everything falls under these things, these categories. So industry is requiring more people in this skill set, but whereas it's hard to identify the people with this skill set. Okay, so let's say I just passed out in 2007 engineering. Okay, whereas on those days the opportunity is very high, whereas while compared to those days and today, the opportunity is 40 times better than compared to on those days. Okay, on those days, if it is a 1 lakh opportunity, now it's a 40 lakh opportunity. The thing is, today the industry is not recruiting the people. Why? Means this is purely the lack of skills. If you are having enough skill, I'm sure that your CTC will be advisable one. Okay, practically, if you are having these knowledges, practically your CTC will be at least 30 lakhs per annum. At least 30 lakhs per annum. Even though Corona is a huge problem, but still you can able to tap where is the skill set. Okay, I mean, if you are having enough skill set, where you can able to connect it. Okay, for this you need to standardize. I mean, you need to learn in a standard manner. Okay, even I will show those. I mean, this is the average CTC of a particular data scientist. If you are having if you are a ML skill or IT and data science skill, your average CTC is 8.74 lakhs. Okay. But if you are having ML capability connecting with the ML based processor methodology, I'm sure that your average CTC will be 25 lakhs at least. Okay, so I'll be showcasing one more final screen. Okay, the final screen. So if I'm typing Intel space machine learning 101, there I can able to get some link. So in this, if you want to learn ML, okay, Intel is providing everything under the Intel platform. So this is not due to Corona. Okay, I mean this is free. It's not due to Corona. Okay, this is free on all the days. Okay, so under the Intel platform, if you are having a knowledge under the Intel platform, I'm sure that you are the real beneficiary. If you are having a knowledge in Intel platform, I'm sure that you are the real beneficiary. Here you can able to see 12 weeks of lecture and exercise. Okay, so each week it takes 3 hours to complete. Okay, practically 12 cross 3, it's a 36 hours. If you are spending 36 hours within a week, I'm sure that you are a good ML based engineer under the Intel platform. If you are adding in a resume that you are an ML based person under the Intel platform, I'm sure that you are the odd man out. Here they are not going to issue any certificates. It's a purely knowledge base. So in first week, second week, everything is given by the Intel. Okay, it's not only this one. They'll be giving on ML, DL, AI, NLP, time series analysis, deep learning for robotics, anomaly detection. If you want to learn AI, please don't focus AI directly. First learn ML, then DL, then NLP, then time series analysis. Yeah, I mean, even time series analysis and NLP can be swapped. Then you just learn AI. Then only your learning curve will be better. Okay, ML, DL, NLP, time series analysis, then AI. If you are focusing in that way, you are. I'm sure that you are the real beneficiary. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, how you can focus the knowledge, or how to improve your knowledge such a way that it will be helpful for your career or helpful for your students. Okay, so I'll be sharing this link also. Okay, wait, control V. Yeah, I shared this link also. Okay, so if you are having a doubt, you can raise your doubt. So I just see what are the questions that posted in the QV. Activation function happens in the hidden layer. Yes, yes, yes. Which activation function need to be used in classification problem? Again, it's Gautam. It's purely based on the requirements. Does it related to OBID scanner used in the car to find the fault codes and clearing? It's not exactly. It can be. Gokul Raj. Is it linear or non-linear? Gautam, whether it's a linear. I shown with for the linear one. Okay, even you can able to connect with the non-linear also. Any programming language is required to learn ML. How much impact ML can make in manufacturing sector? That's what I explained. The programming language required is even you can do with the R or Python. If you are focusing on Python, you can able to connect with, even if you are an electronics engineer, you can able to connect with the multiple frameworks. The Python community is very big. So it's advisable to learn the Python. ML will cover deep learning, or we have to take the course separately. So that's what I shown. ML is different from DL. Okay. If you're having a selected set of data, you can able to say it's ML. Even if I'm connecting with the different patterns of the same data, it's nothing but a DL. For the huge data, I can able to say this is nothing but a DL. Major companies for ML jobs. So that's what I shown. The Google, ML. Even one of my friend, she's an principal in some college. Her daughter got placed in Microsoft, focusing on DL. Her CTC is 96 lakhs. Okay, so most of the top branded companies is focusing on ML and DL only. How machine learning connects? Okay. Okay, I think I get it. Okay. If you are having any other doubt, please ask so that I can able to help you out. Yeah, I'd like to thank the management and constantly connected with Motilal. And one more person who connected me is nothing but a Prabhakaran. He's working in a safety department in a Reynolds company. Okay, he connected like this. So via him, I connected to this college. And I just shared my thought process and also what's MLDL. Okay, so under the Intel platform. Okay, if you are having doubt, please ask, or I would like to thank the management and also each and every faculty and the students who are all participated, and particularly Motilal sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time. So I request all the participants to be here itself. Now I request Mr. Madhavan to propose the vote of thanks. So before that, I like to give some instruction to the participants. So your feedback link will be shared through a registered mail ID. After receiving the feedback, we'll be posting your e-certificate to a registered mail ID. So over to Madhavan, sir. Please take on the stage.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Very good afternoon to everyone, and it's my pleasure to give the vote of thanks. And first, on behalf of Automobile Department, thanks to our management giving their wonderful opportunity to conduct this today webinar. And my respected thanks to Principal Dr. G. Prabhakaran sir, the Associate Dean Dr. Devasundari Madam, and Dr. T. Motilal, Professor and Head of the Department, giving their continuous support to conduct this webinar. On behalf of today participants in KCG College of Technology, very much thanks to today a dynamic resource person, Mr. Shabrinath Premlal, Founder, CEO, and ResPro Labs. Sir, we are very much happy and enjoying a lot, sir. And on behalf of Automobile Department, heartily thanks to today participants. I hope you enjoy this today's session, and we are sure it should be continuous in our webinar series. So thanks to everyone.
Thank you, sir.